Okay, so now that everything is traced, we are now going to label. So that way we have it correct and we don't have to worry about whether or not it's the right way. We want to make sure that it follows the color order that is on the color wheel. There's a reference above sync 1, or you can use the one that's the color poster that's on the wall on the cabinet over there. So double check that. You are going to label, and you're going to start out with red. So now I'm just going to go through here, and I just mark it with an initial, and I draw really lightly. And I'm going to go to red, orange, and then this next section is going to be orange, yellow, and then yellow. We're going to have, after yellow, it's yellow, green. Then we're going to have green, blue, green, blue, and red, blue, violet. And then this one is going to be violet, and then we're going to have red, violet. So those are the 12 colors we're going to be working with, but we're not going to do them all in a row. We're going to actually start with our primary colors first. So red and blue and yellow are what we're going to work with first, and then we'll do the secondary colors because we don't have to do any special mixing with those. We're going to learn how to mix paints correctly, and we want to make sure we do it correctly and not waste paint. So with this, I'm going to have it lighter on the inside and get darker as it goes to the outside. So I'm looking at this, and I'm going to number what I want to be lighter and what I want to be darker. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 7. So I've marked those. So now I know that this is going to be the way I'm going to order it. So I don't need to write it on everyone, but if that helps you, go for it. You know, if you need to do it for the yellow, so you do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you notice, this is also going to be all the way to the edge. You will want to get a paper towel when you're ready to start painting, and you are going to put it on the edge so you don't have any accidents and get it all over the table. When you are painting, you might want to, if you have big areas, you might want to get a different, a medium-sized brush, or I like these because they really come to a nice point, and you can get some really fine details by just using the tip. You also need some water, like that. Don't fill it all the way full, just about a quarter. You don't need a lot of water. You also need a spare paper towel to dry your brush out, because we're not going to use a lot of water for this project. When you're ready to paint, so here's my red. I have red here, and then I put black and white. Note how much there is. I don't need a lot to paint this little tiny section, okay? If I was painting the whole paper, I might need a little bit more, but I don't need a lot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start out with my number 4, because that's the middle of my color scheme. All right? Remember, we're going to do 3 shades and 3 tints. So it's going to be kind of like the value scale, except it's going to get lighter and darker. So my number 4 is going to be the true color out of the container. So this is true color out of the container. There's no white to it. There's no black to it. So I'm just going to go here and pull that, and I'm going to paint number 4. So I'm just going to go like this. I'm really paying attention close to the edges using the tip. I don't need to like have it piled on so it's all drippy, but I do want to kind of spread it out so it's not so washy. If it's looking kind of dry, like if you're brushing it on really dry, add more paint, okay? It should flow smoothly, okay? Notice that my edges aren't fuzzy. If it starts looking fuzzy, then that means you need more paint. But it doesn't mean that you need to drip it all over the place, okay? So I'm just kind of pushing the paint that I do have on here, using my paint that's on my paintbrush, or on my paper. I will fix that. And I can show you how to fix that. So you're just going to go like this, and paint number 4 very carefully, and then go from there. So and now my next class is coming in. So number 4. So this is all number 4. And try to keep it so that it's kind of going all the same direction, because it looks neater and nicer when you do that. And really bring it up to that edge. Alright? So there's my number 4.